Yo, what's up? It's Euphonic and you are watching Joburg Today.
Celebrating 30 years of democracy, the Apartheid Museum has partnered with the Australian High Commission and the Ifaletu Foundation to bring forth today the Resilience and Reflection exhibition. Let's go inside and have a look.
One of the most junior ranks in the Foreign Service and the late Bruce Haig, they purchased art from the townships. The role of art museums and foundations like the Apartheid Museum, like Ifaletu, is not just to protect and to memorialise the past. It's a story of the resilience of South Africans during one of the darkest times in its history.
I love the colour, it's amazing. I always come out here to get inspired as a medical doctor and as a creative. So yeah, I don't know, I'm grateful for such a turnout and how well it is. So.
I'm just really surprised by it. I had no idea that there was this wealth of art that was expatriated and brought back into South Africa over apartheid, after apartheid rather. And it is so exciting and dynamic, and also so important to see all this historical and new art from brilliant South African artists.
Above the keys, there's a hand coming out from
The curator, Carol Brown, was on hand to share insights on the art displayed, providing valuable context to this exhibition.
very South African people and no content.
Afterwards, she took me on a personal tour of this valuable slice of little-known South African history.
The Ifaletu collection is taken from artists during the apartheid era to contextualize what is going on away from the mainstream, and these were the artists. So it seemed to be a good match where the viewer can actually see how they were thinking. The ownership of land has always been a big contested issue in South Africa, where black people were not allowed to own land, and this image shows social workers coming to examine the water conditions and the muddy rivers that are flowing through certain parts of the land which was given to black people.
The story behind this exhibition is a really special one for Australia, and it's the story of the resilience of South Africans during a really dark period in its history, but it's also the story of two young Australian diplomats who were posted to South Africa in the 1970s, who decided to go beyond their brief and to get involved. And what I mean by that is they loved art. They went to the townships, they purchased art, and they showed it in their residences. They even hosted informal exhibitions. This was very contentious at the time, of course, in the 1970s, and it was in fact illegal. But one of these young diplomats, Di Johnston, she even got evicted from her apartment in Sunnyside for showing this art. She also made a promise at the time that when democracy came to South Africa, she would return this art to South Africa in support of South African cultural heritage, and she's done that, which is why a number of the pieces in the exhibition today were donated by her, and a number were also donated by the late Bruce Haig.